Chapter 0 of Kabumpo in Oz. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Ellycat. Kabumpo in Oz by Ruth Plumly Thompson. Chapter 0, Introduction. Dear children, do you like elephants? Do you believe in giants? And do you love all the jolly people of the wonderful land of Oz? Well, then you'll want to hear about the latest happenings in that delightful kingdom. All are set forth in true Oz fashion in Kabumpo in Oz, the 15th Oz book. Kabumpo is an elegant elephant. He is very old and wise, and has a kindly heart, as have all the Oz folks. In the new book you'll meet Prince Pompa, and Peg Amy, a charming wooden doll. There are new countries, strange adventures, and the most surprising box of magic you have ever heard of. Ruggedo, the wicked old Gnome King, does a lot of mischief with this before Princess Ozma can stop him. Of course, Dorothy, the Scarecrow, Scraps, Glinda the Good, Tik-Tok, and other old friends are all alive and busy in the new book. I am just back from the Emerald City with the best of Oz wishes for everybody, but especially you. Philadelphia, spring of 1922. Ruth Plumly Thompson. End of Chapter 0. Chapter 1 of Kabumpo in Oz by Ruth Plumly Thompson. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 1. The Exploding Birthday Cake. "The cake, you chattering Chittimong! Where is the cake? Steer 'em, free 'em, hash 'em, where's the cake?" cried Eadgybo, chief footman in the palace of Pumperdink, bouncing into the royal pantry. The three cooks, too astonished for speech, and with staring eyes, pointed to the center table. The great, gorgeous birthday cake was gone, though not 2 seconds before it had been placed on the table by Hashem himself. "It was my masterpiece," sobbed Hashem, tearing off his cap and throwing his apron over his head. "Help! Robbers! Thieves!" cried Friam, running to the window. Here was a howdy-do, the trumpets blowing for the celebration to begin, and the best part of the celebration was gone. "We'll all be dipped for this," wailed Eadgybo, flinging open the second-best china closet so violently that 3 silver cups and a pewter mug tumbled out. Just then there was a scream from Hashem, who had removed the apron from his head. "Look!" he shrieked. "There it is!" Back to the table rushed the other 3, Steerum and Freem rubbing their eyes, and Eadgybo his head, where the cups had bumped him severely. Upon the table stood the royal cake, as pink and perfect as ever. It was there all the time. "Mince my eyebrows!" spluttered Hashem in an injured voice. "Called me a Chittimong, did you?" Grasping a big wooden spoon, he ran angrily at Eadgybo. "Was it gone, or wasn't it?" cried Eadgybo, appealing to the others and hastily catching up a bread-knife to defend himself. Instantly there arose a babel. "It was! It wasn't! Was!" Rap, bang, clatter! In a minute they were in a furious argument, not only with words, but with spoons, forks, and bowls, and dear knows what would have become of the cake had not a bell rung loudly, and the second footman poked his head through the door. "The cake! Where is the cake?" he wheezed importantly. So Eadgybo, dodging 3 cups and a salt-cellar, seized the great silver platter and dashed into the great banquet hall. 1 pink tailcoat was missing, and his wig was somewhat elevated over the left ear from the lump raised by the pewter mug, but he summoned what dignity he could, and joined the grand procession of footmen who were bearing gold and silver dishes, filled with goodies for the birthday feast of Prince Pompadour of Pumperdink. The royal guests were already assembled, and just as Eadgybo entered, the pages blew a shrill blast upon their silver trumpets, and the prime pumper stepped forward to announce their majesties. "Oyez! Oyez!" shouted the prime pumper, pounding on the floor with his silver staff, while the guests politely inclined their heads, just as if they had not heard the same announcement dozens of times before. "Oyez! Oyez! Pompous the Proud!"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?